Welcome back, everyone, to my Let's Play of Dragon Quest V. Last episode, Bean went into the volcano looking for the flame ring, but he had to retreat after a very dangerous walk through a whole bunch of lava to get the Staff of Anti-Magic. But the trip was productive in the sense that we got some treasure, we got some money, and the money is really important because it allows us to buy a new weapon for Bean. So we went to buy the Sword of Malice, which is the strongest single-targeting weapon that Bean can have. Now, Bean's going to still keep his boomerang and mainly use that for random encounters. However, the boss of the volcano is really, really tough. There are three enemies that basically form the one boss. And you try to want to get rid of them. Focus all your attacks on one to get rid of one as soon as possible, because when all three are around, they combined all their attacks together and make things really, really difficult. So the goal of that battle, the key to surviving that battle, is basically to try to eliminate one as quick as possible, then eliminate the second one, and then when it's just down to one enemy, the battle's pretty easy. So it's just that the numbers, you have to thin the numbers really, really quick. That's the key to winning this battle. So, because of that, we're going to want to have Bean with a strong single targeting attack. So instead of having his damage distributed amongst the three bosses, he's only hitting one for a lot of damage. So that will help eliminate it down. So the game is pretty smart in the way that they set up the bosses. The bosses are all independent. So you'll see it's Lava Savage 1, Lava Savage 1, Lava Savage 1. And that really helps the bosses out because it prevents them from being hit by an area of attack spell. So for instance, Slaylan can't use his decrease spell to decrease the defense of all of them at once. He has to use a decrease spell 3 times. One on each of the Lava Savages to get it to take effect. So yeah, the game was smart by splitting them up into individuals rather than keeping them as one group. And that, of course, makes things a little bit tougher. So we will overcome. So I said this floor and the next floor, pretty much we've already seen most of them. This was the floor that we got to in our last episode. But we can avoid going to grab that empty treasure chest there in the lava there, because we already got it, so we can stay here on the nice ground where we aren't taking damage from stepping on tiles. So yeah, it really stinks that we don't have a monster that has the Step Guard spell. But the first monster that can have the Step Guard spell is the Orc King, and we won't wait them for a while. And no one in a party like Bean will learn that spell either. So yeah, we're just gonna have to take some damage by walking on things. But luckily, I guess the game figured that would happen. And so they have a health restoring point in the volcano on the next floor. You have to walk through a lot of lava to get there, but it's definitely a blessing. It allows us to confront the boss at almost full power, because you have to walk back from the healing point. So I'm just gonna transfer an item here real quick, because this next treasure chest has a defense seed. Gonna give it to Bean, boost him up, and then like I said, we'll continue to explore the rest of this floor. Gotta go with that passage with a whole lot of lava there, but first we're gonna head over to the left. There's one more treasure chest we're gonna get. And I'm keeping this battle in because there's the Beast Masters there. They can summon monsters to help them, and one of the monsters they can summon is the Cure, which is the first place where you can meet a Cure. A Cure monster is a pretty good monster. You can actually have them join you. They learn basically a lot of curing spells. Unfortunately, if you just pick one up right now, they probably won't level enough to gain a lot of spell points and spells to be useful in the upcoming boss battle. But now one enemy that monster that we could have that would probably be pretty good in the upcoming boss battle would have been the Yeti. The Yeti monster has a bunch of cold breath type abilities, an icy breath, a blizzard spell, and that would be good against these lava savage monsters that we're going to fight because they have a weakness to cold, so we'd be able to do a little extra damage. But like I said, I'm just going with easy to capture monsters, the 1 and 2, the 50% chance that they will join you monsters. So, like I said, that's only the magician, the brownie, and the slime, and we already passed up on the brownie. And magician, he's not that much more helpful. He's his time in the spotlight is going to be up soon, so I'll probably keep him around. But like I said, in the 3rd generation, I'll just get rid of all my monsters. So the game isn't that difficult. If you could probably beat it with any like combination of monsters if you level enough. But I'll just take the human characters that everybody can get, that you're guaranteed to get in your party. So that way, even if you have terrible luck at recruiting monsters, you'll have a party that you're guaranteed to have. So once we get downstairs here, we got no more random battles. This is where we want to equip that Sword of Malice to Bean. I'm going to have Merlin use his medical herbs to heal our characters up from the damage that they took walking back from that lava, from the healing tile. And then I put Barango in the party, and like I said, give Bean the Sword of Malice. That'll help him take out these enemies quicker. So we'll bring Barango in the party too. Merlin will still jump in and out. Like I said, these guys can do a flaming breath that hits everybody in your party. So even though Merlin can be really not effective in this battle, there will be times when I may have to call him back in just to help with the healing. And I'll explain as we go along. But yeah, see the lava savages, they're all in groups of 1, so we can't target them with just 1 decrease spell. You have to do it 1 at a time. So I'm going to I had Barango take a breath there, charge up his attack, just in case if he would have went first before Slaylin cast the decrease spell. This guarantees that he'll do double damage this turn, actually a little bit more than double damage. So if I would have had him fight though, first he might have went before Slaylin casts the decrease spell. Like I say, we want to get as much damage as possible against these guys as quick as possible so that we can eliminate them. Because if they all decide to use that flame breath, you're taking a lot of damage. So these are the medical herbs that we picked up earlier are going to come in handy. So Bean's going to be the main healer with his heal more spell, but before the other monsters get really, really low, then they can use medical herb to heal themselves up. You want to keep your hit points probably above like 40. That would allow them to survive like 1. Definitely try to keep it above like 70 if you can, because then they can survive like 2 flame breaths. I've never seen them use all 3, use the flame breath at the same time. So that's kind of a blessing. But maybe we were able to outspeed them a little bit here. Yeah, see that last one decided to check out the situation instead. So, like I said, Barango's really hurting, so we got to get him healed ASAP. I said Bean is able to survive probably another 2, which they both did there. So now this is a difficult part where you may sometimes want to switch characters out. As you can see, we won't be able to really heal up all 3 of our characters. So if we throw like Merlin in there for Barango, we can do it for Slaylin too. Either one. Merlin can basically take a hit or 2 instead, and then once we start taking out some of the lava savages, you don't have to worry about multiple breath attacks. then we can bring Bronco back in, have him get healed up by Bean. So we get lucky here that they don't use a flaming breath, so that allows Bean to heal up Slaylin, and we get kind of basically back on track here. Like I said, the main thing is we're just going to try to get rid of one as soon as possible. That's why we got that Sword of Malice to increase the amount of damage that Bean does in a single hit. Because his things are not distributed amongst all four. It's all three Lava Savages. Alright, so now our chance of winning has just increased a lot because we don't have to. We can still take 2 breath attacks, but we've eliminated 1 target, so we will be taking less damage. You notice earlier in the thing, after I've cast the first decrease spell, I did cast increase because sometimes these guys will use this as a physical attack. So that's where you want to have your defense increase, so that if they do decide the physical attack, it's not going to hurt you too much. As you see, they're only taking like 2 damage off of Bean. So yeah, the main problem with these guys is, like I said, there, if they all decide to use that flaming breath, I decided to focus on Lava Savage C there because Merlin was supposed to target Lava Savage 1, but Lava Savage 1 was defeated before his turn went, so he just attacked one of the other ones randomly, and he attacked C. So I was like, well, let's focus on C. Get rid of them. Like I said, you want to get rid of them as quick as possible. So let's just focus on him. This is like I said, a real tough boss. One enemy that could help, one monster that you could have gotten that helped would have been if you would have gotten the Slime Knight. The Slime Knight has resistance to fire. It doesn't take, I think it has like a 3/4 resistance, so it only takes like 1/4 of normal damage. And they also have a heal more spell, so they could be like Bean, being able to heal as well, and they'll be taking less damage than any other monster. So they're a good monster to have for this thing. If you do have them though, you'd also want to make sure they're not, they have a good sword like the Sword of Malice as well to single target. Bean can do quite a bit of damage with his tornado spell, but we want to make sure that he saves his magic for healing. Yeah, and that's another thing. If it was these guys were in one group, the tornado would hit them all. But the game was smart. But we were smarter, and we managed to defeat the Lava Savages. And we were going to get the Fling of Flames. You can actually equip that on Bean, and Bean can use as an item in battle to cast like a fire spell on enemies, on group enemies. I'll just equip it right now, but we're going to end up giving it back to Ludman. The water ring that we're going to be going after next, that one you can give to your wife, whoever your wife chooses. You have 2 choices for a wife in this game. In the DS remake, they actually give you a 3rd. So, here we are, we're back in town. We definitely want to heal up. Now we got a few new things to dialogue here, and we'll see them, and then we'll take the ring to Master Ludman. Alright, so word travels fast. People already know that we found the Ring of Flame. You found the Ring of Flames, and he's sustained terrible injuries for it. Well, for taking care of him every day, he's one lucky guy. We got some more new beer. We could probably use a drink. That volcano was hot. This lady admires us. She's like, no wonder Flora likes y'all. Quite handsome. And speaking of Flora, she's down here in Andy's house. Flora feels like it's her fault adding out her, so she's nursing him back to health. She's such a kind soul. And received dozens of nasty burns from the cave with the lava flows. Got Flora worried sick about him. Poor baby. You can see Andy's in pain. Oh, Master Bean, Andy says his terrible burns, and now he's got this fever that won't go down. I hope that you're alright. Yeah, we're alright. She's thankful. we can tell her, we can, I guess, lie to her and say that we're not alright. But then she just says that we're teasing her. Well, yeah, she sees, well, you're really okay. So, it's a little scene like that that kind of makes you feel bad for Andy if you marry Flora. It's almost like, you know, Andy and Flora are kind of meant to be together. You know, almost childhood sweethearts in a sense. Well, we know that Andy has loved Flora since they were a little kid. Since he was a little kid, but it seems that Flora has some feelings for Andy. Now, if only we had a childhood sweetheart to marry instead. Let's go talk with Lundman and talk with his wife here first. He's looking for Flora. She's off and Andy's taking care of him. Brings back memories when I was your age. In order to marry me, my husband also undertook a dangerous journey, you know? Something about him being hurt terribly. She's been over there for days. Huh. How long do we sleep at the inn? See, you choose a fire ring, have you? Good work, Bean. I shall hold this for you as of now. Now let's look at the water ring. Seeing that it is called the water ring, it may be found surrounded by water. I'll allow you free use of my ship. It awaits you outside of town. Not the ship in Port Salmi, but he has another ship. Ludman's a rich guy, so... And apparently people already know that we will be looking for the water ring. Saw that iron helm that we picked up from the volcano. Don't need that. I'm running a little low on money, but we did buy that extra cloak of evasion, so we didn't have to, because like I said, we're probably getting rid of Merlin eventually. You know, I could have just used his cloak, because we won't get that happiness for a while yet, but I'm sure you'll be able to find the Ring of Water. Because if you don't want the rings anymore, I'll take them if I can. Just kidding. He was one of the suitors, remember, who was trying to vow for Flora, but then he figured that, nah, town's too dangerous. So when we talked with Ludman, went to his house, we lost all our monsters, they went back to the wagon, so we gotta reform our party here. We get some new enemies here on the ocean. Not a lot, but the game is smart. It keeps from going out to the main ocean. As you can see, it has all these like little shoals around that are blocking our access to the ocean. So there's not a lot of places we can go. The only place we can really go here is the mountain village to the north here. We were told that Bianca moved to a mountain village a while ago when her father got sick. Duncan got sick. Wonder if this is the same one. Well, we'll see. But yeah, the other place we can go is up to this mountain village, and then there's a little shrine over to the left. But we can't enter it right now because we don't have the key. It's a special key that Ludman has. He'll give it to us later. It's the site of kind of a little side quest later on. So, but the water gate refuses to open, and only authorized people open the water gate. All others we need to seek in the mountain village. Here's the mountain village here. Apparently there's some girl here who's like good with magic, because remember that one guard back at Ludman's place, he's like, I was wounded by the mountain, and some girl came and like healed me up. So there's a general store. That'll be important later on, because this merchant will be the one who makes the wedding veil. We're going to be asked later on to get a wedding veil for our wedding, and they're like, go to the mountain village. Don't tell who to get the mountain village, but it makes sense that you go to the general store guy. So this guy tells us, hey, one of the villagers will help you open the gate. And this guy says his son wants to become a priest, and he's shut himself inside here. And it's good that he wants to be a priest, because that gives us somewhere to save our game here. Because we've done a lot this game, we don't want to. This episode, don't want to lose that progress, so I'm going to make a save here, and then we'll restart our adventure here in the next episode. Try to find a villager who can help us open up that water gate and get us to a place where we can find the Ring of Water. Take care, everyone. Thanks for following along. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and see you next time. Bye.